Alrighty, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the top best 5 foods to increase your metabolism. So if you're interested in that, definitely stick around. Alright, so we're going to leverage the AI to give us 5 top foods that they think from all of the internet, all of human knowledge, what would help with boosting metabolism. And then I'm going to give my commentary on each of them. And does it make sense for us to actually use those to improve our metabolism? So let's go ahead to the desktop or to the machine. I'm still figuring out what I want to call it. Okay, so as you can see, top 5 foods for boosting metabolism. All right, number 1, green tea. Contains caffeine and catechins, which can boost metabolism and increase fat burning. So what I think would really help us is first understanding what is metabolism, and then from there talk more about this on how it relates to it, right? So again, metabolism, we want to understand that this is the way our body processes fuel, energy. So when we're consuming food or when we're breathing, we're using that to generate energy in the form of ATP, since most of our cellular organisms and cellular mechanisms operate from that paradigm. So every types of food or whatever we consume that gives us energy will eventually break down into ATP. Understanding that, there's 3 main types of macros that our body uses for fuel. One is proteins, one is fats, one is carbohydrates. We are very familiar with carbohydrates because pretty much every bakery, every bread, every type of substance that has some sort of bready nature to it is carbohydrates. Even though it's amazing, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big sweet tooth person. I'm a big fan of anything sort of baked goods. But again, moderation. How much do you put inside your body? So proteins, carbs, and fats. And now understanding that, now let's look at these foods, okay? So green tea. Green tea itself is a plant, of course, and then you make a tea out of it. And we're very familiar with it because it's getting popular for many years now, to be honest. There's green tea diets, etc. And so what we want to understand is, how does it help you with your metabolism? At the end of the day, what we talk about how do we use food as fuel to give us the energy that we need throughout the day. Green tea itself has caffeine and has phytonutrients that allow you to sort of turn on the furnace. I'm going to use this analogy over and over, but basically metabolism, in my eyes, to help simplify it for me, because I always try to simplify everything so I understand complex topics, is it's a furnace. Think of it as a furnace, think of it as a rotisserie box where you can increase the heat, and then as a result, think of a sauna box, sauna, steam rooms, whatever you want to call it. You increase the heat, so your body's increasing its requirements and it's increasing the metabolism for the different types of energy that you need. So green tea is great because, of course, caffeine, the adenosine receptors and everything, it makes you feel more alert, gives you more energy as a result of that. And then, of course, the phytonutrients inside of it as well stimulated because you're taking in something and your body has to increase its metabolism to allow you to power yourself. So that's green tea. Number 2 is protein-rich foods. Include lean meats, fish, eggs, and dairy products, as they require more energy to digest than carbohydrates or fats. This is not as conventional as most people would like it to be. Everyone is sort of confused on what are these protein-rich foods versus what is not, because sometimes you'll see something that say, hey, I'll give you a perfect example. Nesquik has this chocolate milk that has 24 grams of protein, and they highlight that. They highlight that as a protein pack or whatever they call it. And so when people are gonna see that, they're gonna think, oh, this is a protein drink. But when you look at it, you see it has like 70 grams of sugar and like 24 grams of protein. So you can see, right? You're taking almost 3 times more sugars, and the protein that you're getting, it's still not going to be used as energy. And if you are breaking down your body to build it back up, sure. But again, a lot of sugar. So if you already have a lot of sugar in your blood system, having more sugar would not really help you. And pop quiz, what happens when you have too much sugar in your blood? You can pause it, you can Google it, you can do whatever you want with it. All right, if you're back, the answer to that quiz is that all those sugars convert into fat, so you're going to be storing a lot of it. So all my medical people out there that watch me, not for the the ability for you to optimize yourself, but you're actually learning for school and whatnot. This is another good way to understand that proteins are the more vital aspects of you, but carbs and fats are more of the energy utilization aspect. But of course, if you eat protein-rich foods, more protein than the carbs, the fat, your body will leverage those proteins. One, the primary order of usage would be one, repair any areas of your body that require a repair. So think of it like construction work. But secondary, if we need it as fuel, we can 100% use it. But there's a process to it. It's not the primary usage. It doesn't want to use it as primary fuel. Primary fuel is sugars, carbohydrates and sugars, glycogen actually. And then after that, and then we can go into keto, and then after that, we can go into protein breakdown. So definitely eating lean meats. I love to eat steak because that not only gives me protein, but it also gives me the other hemoglobin types of situation, myoglobins, that allow me to build muscle faster. Because again, meat is essentially what muscle is. And if I get that, put it in my body, I'm giving it the raw building blocks to build my muscle to bigger sizes and more defined, if that makes sense. Okay, next up is spicy foods. Okay, so we always talk about spicy foods, and it can increase your metabolism. But at the end of the day, if we go back to our analogy, what is metabolism? It's a furnace that gets turned on. When you eat spicy, normally you feel hot inside, and it's because your body is becoming almost thermogenic. It's generating more heat, and your metabolism has to be kicked up if it needs to generate more heat. Now, for example, right now, it's cold as hell in this room. It's really cold. I'm only wearing a half sleeve shirt. If you could see my arms and my body, all my hairs are perked up. So it's super cold. So what does my body have to do? My body has to figure out two ways. One, either dies and just makes me freeze to death, or two, generate more heat so that I can actually do talking, use the computer, do whatever I have to need to do. So that's a great way of making sure that I'm generating more heat. So if you do eat spicy foods, just know that's what's happening, and don't think of it as a bad thing. Just think of it as an experience. You're gonna increase your metabolism. At the same time, it might actually taste really good to you. Some people really enjoy spicy food, but don't do it too much, or else you're gonna feel it in the bathroom when it comes out. Okay, next up is gonna be berries. This is an interesting one for me. I have mixed thoughts about it, but let's see what it says. It says, contains high levels of antioxidants, which can help to reduce inflammation and promote weight loss. They took a different angle in this situation. So it's less about increasing your metabolism, but more about reducing the inflammation and promote weight loss. And we know inflammation is terrible. Inflammation is occurring all the time. Most people are not aware of what's causing inflammation, but many times inflammation is occurring internally, of course, autoimmune inflammation, but also at the same time, when you consume foods that are synthetically, technically chemicals, and your body is not aware of what it is, your immune system kicks into overdrive, try to protect you from what you've consumed yourself. So you're bringing in foreign invaders in the form of chemicals, and your body has to be like, hey, this is not a good thing that you should be putting in, because we can't classify this. This is not something that we're normally used to using. So as a result, you're inflaming more. And so what it's saying is berries, I don't think it has to be berries specifically, but any types of fruits that has antioxidants that would help with your reduction of your inflammation, which is great. I approve of that, just not in the context of eating berries, a lot of it, because some people take it overboard, right? So they see, oh, it's berries, they'll get a whole 1 pound or 2 pound bag of berries and they'll start munching on it. But at the end of the day, berries is a shit ton of sugars, right? Fructose in there. So we want to make sure we limit that as much as, maybe use it as a dessert type of situation. All right, lastly, number 5, green leafy vegetables such as spinach, broccoli, and kale are low in calories and high in fiber, which can help to keep you feeling full and boost metabolism. This is a pretty self-explanatory, right? So if you've seen many of my videos, I talk about if it's grown from the ground, from the earth, minimally processed, least amount of packaging to get to your mouth, it is more than likely extremely beneficial for your health. green leafy vegetables. Of course, it's green, it's plants. Plants are amazing for us in abundance. It's amazing for our digestive system because it's essentially, think of it as a scrub. All those fibers within it, a lot of it we cannot digest, so it acts like a scrub and actually scrubs and cleans our digestive system, which is a very, very, very long mechanism for us to process food. So when you're eating greeny vegetables, leafy greens, what you're doing is you're telling your body, hey, you know, I'm actually putting in good things. I want to optimize you. I want you to heal. Think about it. For so many centuries, humans have used herbs and plants as healing modalities in the pursuit of allowing humans to be its best self. So that's great. Green leafy vegetables. If you could do green juice, oh my God, amazing, amazing, amazing. Green juice, I would have to go hands down the best. And if you're interested to know what I do for my green juice, comment below asking me what type of green juice do you drink, and I'll put in the ingredients. Or maybe I'll link up a video where you can actually make your own green juice or buy your own green juice maker. Okay, with that being said, guys, hopefully you found value in finding the top 5 foods to help boost your metabolism. All of them are great. Berries, I'm a little iffy on, but just in general, moderation. Everything in moderation is gonna be great for you. At the end of the day, we wanna speed up our metabolism so we take control of it compared to it taking control of us. With that being said, guys, definitely like and subscribe, and I'm gone.